Mexican Coca-Cola is definitely better than American Coca-Cola.
So you say that, and then I left my bottle on the desk, and now I had to get up to get it again.
You want me to get up and get it?
Nah, it's fine. That wasn't hard.
Why am I holding both of my stuff?
2 bottles for the price of 1.
What if I held 2 bottles? Nice empty Coke bottle collection you got.
Bruh, this shit is good. The Mexicans, they hide their... El Chapo hides his cocaine inside of it. No wonder everybody loves it so much.
They hide it within the glass, so it's hiding right in front of you. You just can't see it.
Hi.
This is back. We're back in 2019, folks.
This is Korn and Kock Podcast, episode 30.
I had a feeling this was 30. I didn't know for sure.
Well, now you know. You don't know till you know.
I have an...
What, it's a Biggie small... What? It's notorious big.
Dude, like... I guess it's calmed down, but how many times have you, like, woken up, whacked it, got on your phone... Yes, in this order. You whack it, and look on your phone, and be like, so-and-so is getting in trouble for a tweet he sent out 10 years ago, and he's, like, quoting rap lyrics, and he's, like, writing all this stuff out.
Oh.
So I was like... I mean, I don't know. Like, can you at least, like, put a funny little bleep sensor?
I'll put a little clown horn. Like,
something like that.
You don't know till you know.
Or play the... Well, I got it. Let's take a goal horn. A hockey goal horn.
Absolutely fucking not.
We'll play the Carolina Hurricanes goal horn. So when you say it, you'll just hear... And then that's it.
Alright, well, I guess I'm putting in the Carolina... Goal horn.
Goal horn.
Sure, I'll do it. Fuck it. I have no... What's up?
Oh, sometimes I put my hand like this for no reason.
Oh, he's pointing towards the computer screen as if there's an illegal bandit, a little gremlin hiding behind it, and he's like...
No, I'm just kidding. I was going to say, I like the picture you drew. Was that a Lego on the bottom of the screen?
Is it a Lego? No, it's a character from a Mega Man game that looks like a little Lego man.
Is it Lego Man?
It's not Lego Man, no.
Oh. That reminds me of when I played Mega Man and that was so somewhat fun and somewhat frustrating. Mostly fun, though.
Well, you don't know till you know. Cock.
Alright, well...
I didn't draw that, by the way, though. Like, the picture that's up on the screen, I didn't draw that. That was Valo. He did that.
Big shout out to Valo.
Valo!
Valo, boy. So what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I've just been talking with a lot of people. I'm going to start my new job soon. No longer will I be unemployed for fucking 6 months.
6 months?
Well, no, it was September. It was like late September, so I'll basically just say October to November to December to January, and now we're in February. Now I'm starting, so that's like 5 months. Yeah. Not horrible, but I could have done better. Oh yeah, there was that time that I worked at In-N-Out, but that's not important.
You worked at In-N-Out?
Yeah, for like a little bit. Why?
I didn't know that.
I totally forgot. It like skipped my mind. I think I like blocked it out of my memory.
How long did you work at In-N-Out?
Like a month.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was it the one over here?
Yeah. I'm surprised I never ran into any of you guys.
I don't really go to that In-N-Out too often. And when I do, it's usually with you guys at 12:30 at night.
Yeah. It was okay. It wasn't the best, but, you know... Hey, if you're looking for a place that'll pay really well with, like, 0 experience, just go there. Unless you live anywhere except the East Coast of the United States, in which case, go fuck yourself.
Did you treat it like I did with Cafe Zupes and work there for 5 minutes and then just quit?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, actually. I was, like, taking a shit in the employee bathroom, and I was just like, this seems oddly familiar.
History does repeat itself sometimes.
Did you say that on the podcast before? The story of your escapades at Cafe Zupes?
Well, if I did, there's not much to tell because the story will last about 30 seconds. So basically, Zupes, that's a major restaurant.
I think it is. I think it's a chain.
Okay. Well,
I'll put it up on screen if you guys want to see like the logo.
If anyone's curious enough, there's this place. I think it's pronounced Cafe Zupes or Zupas.
It's got an A in it. You know, pronounce it however you want. We're not your dad.
No, say it like Rhino. I don't care. You can say GameCube, whatever. So basically, I worked there. Okay, I guess there is kind of a short story. Basically, I called a friend up and asked if she could hang out. This is a couple of years ago, and she said she couldn't because she was working all the time. I said, "Where are you working?" She said, "Capri Zupes," and I'm like, "Never heard of it." And she's like, "Well, do you need a job? We're looking for some people." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I knew it was a restaurant, but
she's just like, "This place is the shit, man."
a little, yeah, she was kind of saying that, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, cool place, cool environment, sure, why not?" So I got an interview and went in there, and the manager came out like this, like, God, like, unbelievable, just unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
So she came out and we're talking, and it didn't even feel like an interview; it just felt like a casual conversation.
Oh, you mean like she was a girl and she had pig zupes? That's what you're saying.
You know what? I never thought of it like that, but
working at Zupes and she's got big Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I looked at her and I'm like, "What are you doing working at a place like this?"
I know a long silver pole that's calling your name, baby.
No.
Sorry.
No. No, but she
This
came
just
out.
in: Alex Korn arrested for sexual mistransgressions on Korn and Kock, episode 30.
K and K. Well, we have to release this first.
Yeah.
But we interviewed, and she's basically she's like, "Okay, you got the job," and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Wait, what? I didn't really want this job. I was just kind of doing this for fun. Like, I didn't think I'd get hired on the spot."
You're just shitting around.
Well, it's like I didn't know I was that good at interviews. Maybe I should not give a shit during job interviews. So I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool." So then a week later, I came in, and I was the opener. I forgot what it was. I was like the busboy.
Mm-hmm.
But in the morning, I have to get there at like 8 a.m., clean the whole front of the restaurant, floors, everything. And then once it opened at 11 or 10:45, all the old white people standing, knocking on the window, like, let us in. We can see people walking
like a
around.
bunch of zombies.
That means you're open, right? So we let them open, and it was busy all the time. So that was the shift went by really quick because I would just run around, grab dishes. I didn't get a break either. And even then, they were like, "You can take a 10-15 minute break if you want." I'm like, "That's not even worth it. I'll just go sit in the bathroom every 5 minutes for 30 seconds and just question my life." So I did that for a couple weeks. No, I did that for like a week. So now it's already been 2 weeks since I've technically been employed. And I went in one day. I was doing this, and I'm like, "You know what? I don't like this." And I went into the bathroom. It was like 2:30, and I messaged somebody. I messaged my ex at the time, and I said, "I'm gonna quit." She's like, "Really?" And I said, "Yep, I'm gonna do it. I never quit before. I never quit a job like this." So I quit, and then that was it.
Wait, you just went up to the manager, you're like, "Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore."
Yeah, he was sitting talking to somebody. I was like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So I pull up a chair, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm quitting." And he's like, "You're quitting like today, or you're gonna quit at the end of this week?" I'm like, "No, I'm quitting today." And he's like, "Okay." And then he asked me, he said, "Do you think you could come in tomorrow and talk to Jackie and explain to her, because she would want to know why?" And I'm like,
"No."
Well, I was like, "Well, no, I wanted to see her one last time." That was like the only, part of the job I looked forward to was working with her. So I was like, "Yeah, sure. I mean, what's she gonna do? Make me an offer I can't refuse?" I think I came back in, and I was sitting waiting for her to come out, and she walked by me, smiled at me, and waved at me, and left. So I'm like, okay.
She had a thing for you. I can guarantee that she was just like, she looked at your Zupe, and she was like,
"What? What is a Zupe? I thought, like, she's got good Zupes now. I have a Zupe? What are you talking about?"
You have one Zupe.
But she has a Zupe. What is a Zupe?
I'll tell you when you're older.
I am older than you.
It's true. Stone is 2 years older than me. How does it feel to be 2 years older, and even more years older than basically your entire friend group?
No, every group I've ever been in, I've always been the oldest.
It really doesn't feel like it. You act exactly like we do, so it's always just like you blend right in.
If I do, then how come everyone tells me I'm the dad of the group? And in every group, I'm always the dad of the group. Why is that?
Because you don't drink as much as Stone drinks now. By the way, this wasn't mentioned in the last podcast, but Stone drinks now.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
We'll talk about that after that. But Stone doesn't drink as much. Stone doesn't do the weed. He don't do the marijuans.
The Mary Jane.
He don't. I was just thinking of the Scooby-Doo movie where Shaggy's sitting next to the chick on the plane. And he's like,
"Oh, it's Mary Jane.
What's your name?" And she's like, "Mary Jane." She's like, "I love that name." It's like, wow, the studios really couldn't resist. Just like they couldn't resist putting Scrappy Doo in the movie.
You mean Crappy Doo?
Oh my god.
You mean LD?
You mean literal piece of like canine feces? So Stone is always like a watchful eye over us. So of course he's like the dad.
But I don't want to be the dad. And that's the thing is every group I've ever been in, and it's not like I label myself. No, I don't come in and be like, "Hey, I'm like the dad of the group." No, everybody always tells me I am, and I don't understand why. You know, and it's like, and it's the funny part is it's not like I can't relate to anybody. Not like if my dad were to try to like relate to me and talk like memes and everything, that would just be weird. I relate to everybody, except when it comes to like, oh my god, like social media and like texting and everything. I can't do some of those things. Like some people will text me like WYD and I'm like, WYD, oh, what are you doing? Okay. And then it's like blah blah blah. It's like, who TF are you? Like, who TF? Oh, who the fuck? Okay.
Well, even then, when you say who TF like really fast, it sounds like who the F are you?
Well, when I'm reading a text message, when I wake up, I'm reading a text message, and I'm not fully awake, and I'm looking at these, you know, half the text is a word, and the other half are just letters put together. I'm like, can't we?
That's what words are.
Well, like, just write who the fuck. Why do you have to shorten it to TF? Put to fuck.
Be a real
or
man.
Or the fuck. Yeah.
Be a real man and practice proper grammar.
Did I say words and words? I meant letters. Shit. Well, what I meant to say was, like, you have part of the text message are actual words, and then the other half are, you know, these letters that, you know, mean different words, but sometimes you don't know what they mean. So you got 75% of the text message down, but you don't know what the other half means. And women do this all the time. Well, women my age at least. And I can't keep up with it. And that's when I start to feel like a dad. Because I have to be like, what does that mean? What does this mean? And then they tell me and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Oh, there was one I found out. I can't remember what it was. But for years I thought it meant something else. Then they told me it meant something different.
What was it?
I don't remember. Oh, SMH.
What did you think SMH meant?
I don't even really know if I had a set answer, but I didn't know it meant shaking my head. I had no idea that's what it meant. And some people would text me that, and I'd be like, what does SMH mean? And it just drives me crazy.
Shaking my asshole.
Shaking my dick.
Waggling my zupe in the air.
Yeah, so that's my zupe story. So we joke and say, like, I worked there for 5 minutes.
It's true. Bless you. I can't think, like, the only other job that I like worked at for like comparably like an hour is like the Spirit Halloween place, but I've already talked about that.
That was like a month or two, right?
That was literally just like the entire month of, like, I always came in like the first week of October and then just stayed till like a day after Halloween. I remember the first time I worked there, they were like, "Oh, cool, come in." They wanted me to help deconstruct a store that was like farther up the road from where that store was. And at the time, I rode a bike. I didn't have a car. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's go exercise. And I remember that morning, the feeling of dread when I woke up that morning. I'm like, fuck. They wanted me to come in at like 7:30 to like help deconstruct the store all day. And that means like taking apart all the shelves, moving them into a truck, you know, taking all the trash out, like just sweeping and shit. And I was like, you know, that's not a big deal. But the problem was, it was raining real hard out that day.
Real hard.
So I looked outside, groggy as can be, and I saw that it was like a torrential rainfall, and I'm like, no. And I went back to bed, and I never heard from those people again.
Really?
I'm dead serious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, the thing is, I was technically already done with that store that I was at, like the main store. So it was just like, I was doing that out of the kindness of my heart. I wasn't doing that because they assigned me to do it. So I was just like, They can figure it out on their own. They can move all that shit in the rain. I'm not doing that.
If you don't have to do it, then you don't have to do it. Fuck them.
Oh yeah, like at that job, since it was my first job, there was like so many people who like just took advantage of me that I was the new guy. And I remember like the first day I was working there, I was like stocking this shelf, and this girl who I've never seen before with an apron on comes up to me and she's like, "You're the new guy, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, hi." And she goes, "You can cover for me tomorrow, right? From open to 4?" And I was like, "I work from 4 till close." So I was like, sure, because I got kind of flustered. She was kind of cute. Then I found out later she had a fucking boyfriend.
They always do.
They always do. They never don't not have boyfriends, whether they're imaginary or they're actually real. And they come in and then they're like, "Why is that guy looking at you?" And it's like, "Because he's my fucking coworker. He has to, like, even if he wants to look past me to see someone stealing something, he has to, like, kind of look in my general direction. So, of course, his eyes are going to gradually migrate over to my area. Todd. Anyway, that mini rant over. She was cool, actually. I remember when I started working at Jimmy John's, like, one day I was just, like, super fucking depressed. And I biked, like, the middle of winter. It was really cold out. I biked to the Dutch Bros by my house. And I'm like, dressed, like, I had a hoodie on. I looked like a fucking mugger. And I just took my sandwich that I made at Jimmy John's and I was, like, scarfing it down, like, really awkwardly. There were a bunch of people there. And I remember she came up to me and she's like, "Alex?" I was like, "Oh, hey." Excuse me. I didn't burp and say excuse me, but I might as well have with how fast I was eating that frickin' Sammy. And,
Sammy?
Yeah, she was just like, "So what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm at work at Jimmy John's." She's like, "Oh, cool, bye." And I never saw her again.
I don't get... Sometimes I don't understand women, how they'll do stuff like that.
That makes me...
Like, they'll come up to you in public and, like, have these literal 15-second conversations and then just bail. And you're like...
What was the point? Just walk away.
Well, it's like, why'd you even come up in the first place?
Well,
that could have been, like, the highlight of my day. Now it's, like, the worst part of the day.
I kind of don't want to say this because now there's a special someone in my life. And if you're watching this, you know who you are and you're awesome. But,
biggest shout out.
The absolute biggest shout out. You know who you are. Egg shrimp heart. That only means something to that person. Anyway, I remember the last time I worked at Spirit, it was the Halloween night, and I was. Oh no. No. So that was the night that the black guy came in drunk with like his little. And
what the hell, dude?
Sorry, I'll censor it. Yeah, have you noticed every single time I hit the timer so I know exactly when to censor?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean like, okay, I'm making this easy for myself, so I'm just gonna say it 5 times throughout and just I'm gonna edit it out, you know.
Okay, last time. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
But anyway, I was there with 4 people, with 3 other people besides me. There was this chick who was really, really cute. She was the overall manager. But she had, like, 3 boyfriends. Like, she kept talking to everybody about how, like, she has one boyfriend who's doing this for her, but she has another boyfriend that she's living with that's also doing things for her, and how she feels bad for leading them on. I'm like, all right.
Well, so how does that
She's just bad news.
She's got, like, the financial boyfriend, the sexual boyfriend, the boyfriend
the
who's
emotional
got a house.
boyfriend.
Yeah, like, what? This isn't the girl with the dragon tattoo. You can't have multiple boyfriends and or girlfriends.
Anyway.
I hope somebody out there...
Unless you're Mormon, but that's besides the point.
Alright.
Okay. And then there was this big, tall, lanky guy who was probably like 26 or something. I can only surmise. He was cool. He knew a lot about like different video games and shit, and I talked to him. He was pretty cool. I don't remember his name, though, unfortunately.
Probably wasn't that cool, though.
And then there was this other girl who I had never seen before working at that place. And she was walking around. I was working the front counter the entire night. Well, entire day, I guess, because I was there all day. And she was walking around in this, like, really cute onesie. Like, as, like, a costume. Because, like, you're supposed to come in costume. And it was, like, a little, like... I think it was Chewbacca, probably. Now that I think about it. Point is, so we stay after closing. The dude and the polyamorous chick are trying to figure out how to count the registers. So they tell us to just fuck off because there's nothing we can do. So we go and sit outside. She pulls out a cigarette, starts smoking, and I'm just like sitting there, like, I don't know if I should say something to her. And then like as soon as that thought leaves my head, she fucking says something to me. She's like, "So, you work here long?" And I was like, "Oh no, it's just seasonal." And she's like, "Oh yeah, me too." And then like she started talking more and more, and she was so easy to talk to. And it was weird because she was like, "Oh, what are you doing after this?" And I'm like, I'm probably just going to head on home. I don't really have anything to do. Maybe hang out with some friends." She's like, "Oh, yeah, I really don't have anything to do, too." And we were just sitting there, and she, like, pulled out a packet of Gushers from her pocket. And she was like, "You want some Gushers?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want some Gushers." And she sat down next to me.
Dude, she's all over you.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I never heard this story
because
before.
I haven't really told anybody. So this happens. And I'm like, this is too good to be true. I gotta say something. Hey, maybe we could hang out after this, you know? Go on a little trick-or-treating expedition on our own, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this is not gonna end well.
No, then the two other guys come out. Her dad shows up. She gets in her dad's car and leaves. And I'm just like, well... And I never saw her again. Like... Just before I was gonna ask her name and like for a number.
You didn't get her name or number?
I got her name, but I don't remember it.
No.
I didn't get her number, and I didn't get her number. I didn't get her number, dude. I'm gay, dude. I don't know. So yeah, person who I love very much. If you're listening to this,
Jeez.
she was another hussy in the wind. I pay her no mind. I only told this story for a good guffaw.
For comedic purposes.
Yeah.
You know what the turning point in that story where you knew she was interested in you? This is like when you watch a game, a sports game, and you're like, this is the moment where the momentum shifted towards the other team.
Uh-huh.
When she, what did she say when you said you don't really have anything to do, you're gonna go hang out with some friends or whatever? What did she say?
She was like, "Oh yeah, I don't really have anything to do either."
Okay, right there. I'm not saying, because I don't know how many women are listening here to correct me around this, but that's kind of a sign, possibly opening the door. Like, it's not throwing the door open, but it's kind of like keeping the door open a little bit to say, hey, you're not doing anything. I told you I'm not doing anything. I'm giving you permission to ask me if you want to do something.
Yeah.
But not go trick-or-treating. Go, like, hang out and get food somewhere. Or whatever.
Get fucking blasted.
Or that. And
well,
then,
actually, I wasn't 21 at the time, so.
And then the Gushers thing, yeah. But sitting down next to you, it's like, God, come on. Come on, man. I feel like the commentators after the World Series, and they're like, so what happened? What went wrong? And I'll be like, this is what happened. Bottom of the 6th inning. They put this guy in. Instead of getting this call, he went with this thing. And this is all, what happened. Had this happened, it would have been a completely different outcome. But, I'm not a professional or whatever, but...
No, but even I can recognize, like... The thing, though, is, like, what the fuck would I have done with her? Oh, I see. You see my new vape rig, huh?
This is... I thought it was a box cutter.
It looks kind of like it, doesn't it?
You're taking your memory card addiction way too far.
Oh, I threw that out. The memory card is no more.
Well, yeah, but what is this thing?
It's like the same brand, but like...
The box cutter.
All right.
That's what
it's the box cutter.
The
no era of the memory card is over. The era of the box cutter has been ushered in.
You know what? I kind of want to have something in the title of memory card or box cutter.
Oh, everybody in the audience who's token right now, this one's for you.
I hope we got the audio of that. Just
anyway, so it's like, what the fuck would I have done with that chick anyway? Like, go to In-N-Out? That's like the least romantic thing.
Yeah, just go get. I don't know.
Because that's the only.
Or go get fucking.
Well, no, I meant that night. If something were to happen that night, because In-N-Out's like the only thing that's open at that time, usually.
Yeah, I mean.
Unless we're talking about like bars, but like I said, I wasn't 21. I assume neither was she. Indubitably. Quite. Anyway, that's work stories. I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I recently got into it. Zane's been telling me to get into it, and I'm like, I'm fucking enamored, dude. It's so good.
I had Chick-fil-A recently. I'm addicted to that. Does that count?
Is Chick-fil-A an anime?
No, but I'm addicted to it.
Alright.
let's see. I don't think I've watched any new shows. I want to. I've been watching How to Get Away with Murder again, catching up on that. This could be their last season. I don't know. I have a Netflix and a Hulu account, but they're not mine. I'm using a friend of mine, and then my sister's using a friend of hers, and she just told me her friend's password. So I have Netflix and Hulu.
It's all one big fucking mess of just like, oh yeah, I'm sharing this like the cousin of this person's
I know, like
Netflix.
Like my mom told me, she's like, I got a Netflix or I made a Hulu account. I'm like, why? You don't know anyone? Just borrow somebody else's. She's like, I can't do that. I'd be like, yeah, you can.
You absolutely can.
Everybody uses or has used somebody's Netflix account once.
That's how I watched Breaking Bad in its entirety in like 3 days.
Breaking Bad. It's a good show, but my god, it has like super hardcore. Oh, that reminds me. So you know how this is gonna sound kind of weird, but so you know all these like Hollywood, well, not recently, but a couple years ago, the Hollywood accusations. You woke up and you're like, oh no, this person's being accused of this or whatever. Remember all that stuff?
I guess.
Well, you know, like Harvey Weinstein.
Oh.
You know, like these actors, you know, they would say, this guy did this to me, this guy did this to me, and
this guy touched my willy.
So what if somebody from Breaking Bad got accused?
Oh, dude, if Bryan Cranston got like Me Too'd, I'd be so sad.
Do you know how? Because everyone loves Breaking Bad to the point where they're just like, there are no flaws. It made no mistakes. Everyone is great. Okay. What if you woke up tomorrow and found out Bryan Cranston, like, was being accused? That's the thing. Accused is the key word here, because a lot of these have never been proven. It's just an accusation. So, what if Bryan Cranston was accused by, like, 3 or 4 women, or, like, of 10, 15 years ago of doing this stuff? Would people finally shut the fuck up about Breaking Bad?
I think they would go back on their word like a bunch of little bitches who can't get their minds straight, and they'd be like, Breaking Bad was never good. Breaking Bad is homophobic garbage. They just like make up these extremely like inane and like totally contrived reasons to hate Breaking Bad simply because Bryan Cranston touched this little kid's pee-pee.
And again, it's like accusation is the key word. And then that's the other thing. I think did I tell you about my whole Marvel theory?
What's the Marvel theory?
If you're in the Marvel family mafia, then you're set. You know what? How you don't see anyone making claims about like anybody in the Marvel universe.
Well, that's because Disney owns Marvel, and they're like, if there's any controversy at all, we're fucked. So they like use their immense influence in the industry to keep everyone silent.
Yeah, exactly. When you're in the Marvel family, you're set. You know, you don't see. Can you
Welcome to the
imagine?
family.
Can you imagine?
Here's your little Thanos plushie.
Look, can you imagine if you woke up and Robert Downey Jr. was accused of this stuff, or Chris Evans? The whole country would be devastated, which is stupid.
I want to see someone accuse Oprah of like
Oprah.
Yeah, just like that's a celebrity I'd like to see just get like just knocked down a few pegs.
What about Louis C.K.?
Louis C.K. Look, he didn't do a good thing. We've said this before. He didn't do a good thing, but it's not like he ever made himself out to be this amazing saint who like never did anything wrong. And at least he fucking apologized and like owned up to it. Like that I respect. I don't respect what he did. I respect the way he handled it afterwards. Oprah is off selling fucking weight loss pizza. Like, I saw this when I went out to eat with my family the other night. I was like, Oprah's selling pizza? What else is she gonna sell? Fucking, like, Hot Wheels? Like, what else is she gonna smear her brand on next? I'm like, I want to see her get knocked down a few pegs. Like, someone eats one of the Oprah pizzas and, like, gets food poisoning or, like, salmonella and just, like, shits themselves to death. And it's like, Oprah is the cause of salmonella around the world. And then she just gets, like, pulled into this controversy. Kind of like how, like, Paula Deen, she, like, said, like, within closed doors, was just, like, said the N-word, like, to, like a friend. And the friend was like, you're going down, bitch. Went to the Food Network, and they just, like, deleted her.
Can we call this Weightless Pizza and Hot Wheels, please?
Weightless. All right.
Weightless Pizza and Hot Wheels.
Weightless Pizza and Hot Wheels it is.
I thought Weightless Pizza was funny enough, and then you threw in Hot Wheels.
It was like the funniest thing I could imagine.
I played with Hot Wheels as a kid.
Everybody did, bro. I had a huge collection. I loved Hot
No,
Wheels.
me too. It's like, imagine
It's like just a car, like a little Mazda, but it's got Oprah's face printed on it.
the little the little box that says Hot Wheels with the car. You just see Oprah's face.
You get a Hot Wheel. You get a Hot Wheel. You get a Hot Wheel. Everybody gets Hot Wheels.
It's like a tiny little car too. It's like there's a Hot Wheel under your seat.
God.
Like, wow, great. It's
like,
$1. Awesome.
Thank you, Oprah.
Wow, that was
And then like second to Oprah, like if Ellen like tripped like a little kid. You know Ellen DeGeneres?
You want Ellen DeGeneres? What's wrong with her?
I don't know. She sucks.
Not like Oprah Winfrey. Well, Oprah
No.
Winfrey's just kind of annoying.
Well, no, it's just the fact that
What about Tyler Perry?
Tyler Perry. Who the fuck is Tyler Perry?
You know
again?
all the Medea movies.
Oh, yeah. No, wasn't there that episode of South Park where they, like, locked him in a safe and, like, buried him deep underground because he was like, oh, my lord!
I don't remember that.
I think there was.
Oh, my lord!
I think there was.
You know, they're making the last Medea movie.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, I know.
The last Medea movie.
He's made, like, 11 of them, I've heard. 11 Medea movies.
He must be stopped. Fucking hell, dude.
You know, Tyler Perry was in Gone Girl. So he goes from being in Medea to Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry's Medea. Then he's in Gone Girl, where he did a good job. And then he goes back to Medea. How can I take this guy serious?
Well, it's like the Adam Sandler conundrum, I guess, where it's like, oh, Adam Sandler had some good movies. And I guess he did, because, like, the general consensus is, like, Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison are, like, really good movies. And I would tend to agree. I watched them. I thought they were funny. I thought they were well acted.
He's got some, Zohan. That was later
don't mess
on.
with the Zohan. That was later on. Some people don't like it. I appreciate it. I also
appreciate that movie's really funny. For a late career Adam Sandler movie, Zohan is like actually really good.
Yeah.
It's really stupid, I will admit, but it's really good.
Yeah, and then there's the part. There's Click, and Click is okay.
Oh, dude, Click is actually like, I might actually argue Click might be his best movie.
And then, even though it's like super sappy and stuff, like the emotional stuff at the end is still kind of just like.
For me, it
resonates with you.
Yeah, it kind of gets you, because it's talking about your dad and everything, and just I don't know. It's and also you kind of see Adam Sandler kind of like suffer in a movie.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like a super hot. Why does Adam Sandler in every single movie? He's either married to Drew Barrymore, which those two should just get married and fuck already.
Seriously.
Or it's like a super hot. Did you see Grown Ups?
No.
Like Penelope Cruz.
He called the shit poop.
He called the shit poop.
That's funny.
But he's always got like a hot wife, like Penelope Cruz, I think, Jennifer Aniston. Why?
Because he can flex on them poor bros. He's like got AirPods and stuff.
Oh, did you ever see Pixels?
No.
Oh my god.
No, but I was getting to that. I was like, you go from Click, and it's like, oh, this is a sad, sentimental movie, and yeah, it may not be like the most like
politically correct.
Yeah, politically correct movie, but it's still like hits you where it counts, and you know, it's like it has a good moral. Appreciate your family and the time you spend with them. Then you go to Jack and Jill, and it's just like, oh, here's Joe Pesci in a fucking Dunkin' Donuts ad. All right. And Adam Sandler dressing up in drag.
Al Pacino wants to play Twister with your sister.
Oh god.
That's that scene in South Park.
Oh god. And then Pixels, where it's just like the biggest travesty.
Yeah, but I actually watched that movie.
Oh god, it's
in the theaters too.
Oh.
It was free though. It was an employee screening. I can't think of hey, we really appreciate you guys working for us, so here's a free movie to watch. Here's Pixels.
Oh god.
They even told us we were not allowed to show like superhero movies, blah blah blah.
That
Why?
sucks.
What do you mean? You
Why
can't just pay for us?
fuck?
It's a free movie, dude.
Yeah, like what the hell? Like why not at least pick a good movie? Speaking of superhero movies though, and we were talking about Marvel, we're gonna go see Avengers Endgame, right?
Yeah, in the morning too. I'm gonna get there right when the movie starts.
You, me, and Russell, and we're gonna go see the first showing at like 7 a.m.
Yeah, I'd fuck it. I'd be down. Let's just sleep over here the night before. Then
fuck yeah, dude.
Wake up and go.
Hell yeah, dude. I'd be down for that because I know we have to see if the prophecy is fulfilled. And Thanos is just sitting there in his fucking hut masturbating. He's like, this is boring. Why did I kill everybody? This is boring.
Okay, so here's how Avengers 2 is gonna open.
Avengers 4.
Oh yeah, why did I say Avengers 2?
Avengers Part 2 of Part 3.
Okay, so Avengers 4 Endgame. I love how that was. We don't want to give away the title. It'll give away too much of the movie. What? It's gonna end? We're gonna call it Endgame.
It's gonna end.
I fucking called it, dude. Really? So here's how it's gonna open. The alarm clock's gonna. You're gonna hear an alarm clock go off. And then Thanos is gonna. Like, not smash it. He's gonna lean over and just
tap the snooze button.
Tap the snooze button, and then he's gonna like go. He's gonna hit snooze.
No. He's gonna hit snooze. It's gonna fall off the nightstand. He's gonna go, fuck. And he's gonna like pick it up, like try to find it on the floor, pick it up, put it back on.
Yeah. Then it's gonna 5 minutes of that. Then it's gonna go off again. He's gonna just turn it off, and then like it's gonna cut to the next scene. He's gonna be fucking just like whacking off. You're just gonna see this huge ass bed under the sheets. You're just gonna see him whacking off.
Just and just like really very, very real sound effects. Like they got a real guy to jerk off next to the microphone in the sound booth. And it's like
and then they're gonna cut to like the morning news.
He's like, he's like taking a piss like off like the cliff near his house, and you hear like the morning news, and he's just like, clear skies today with a high of 37 degrees Celsius, and that's actually really hot. Fuck.
No, and then he's gonna have the news on. They have to make some news just to be like, in another news, blah blah blah. The stock market is cut down in half because half the population is gone. And then he's gonna be like reading the morning newspaper with his stupid glasses and like
his stupid little like round reading glasses.
Yeah, like checking his stocks and going to the sports section. Then he's gonna make a comment. What happened to so and so? Oh yeah, they're all gone.
Oh, the team Oh. And he suddenly realizes that he made a mistake.
No, he has to make some stupid comment like, "Fuck the Patriots" or "Fuck Tom Brady." Why didn't I kill them? Why did I kill everyone else?
Why did they have to live?
It's like,
fuck.
Why did I kill the Dolphins and the Browns? I should have killed the Patriots. And then that's gonna be like the first 15 minutes of him living on his stupid.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a good opener, just like a nice taste of his life. And he'll like be walking around. He'll get stung by an animal, and he has to like suck the venom out of his leg.
No, he's like, and then like after breakfast, he like puts on his little jogger, like his like 70s basketball shorts, and he goes jogging in the morning. Listens to his iPod.
You can hear like Cher in his ear,
or like Madonna or some stupid.
No, Eurythmics. It's like sweet dreams are made of these.
I know.
Who am I to? And he's like, I wish they were still around.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because I killed him.
It has to be like the first 15 minutes has to show a day in Thanos' life.
Oh boy!
And then he comes back, like making lunch or whatever.
He's making like a ham and cheese on rye.
We should give him a pet like a cat or something.
He's got like a little kitten named Mittens next to him. Like he rolls over in bed and like fucking steamrolls him, and it's like Mittens. And he picks up like the dead corpse by its tail, and he's like, "Oh, that's depressing." Like throws it out the front door.
A pile of dead cats.
We here at Korn and Kock do not condone animal cruelty. However, it's funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. This example that we're talking about is funny.
It's like there's a pile of just flattened dead cats like on the cliff of his house.
Like, that's sad.
And then there should be like
like he pisses on it every morning without thinking of.
No, and then there's like a scene at like at night.
No, there has to be a scene where he's like trying to pinch a log and it's just not coming out, so he's like and you can like see the veins in his neck pop out.
His purple veins in his face. No, yes, and then there has to be a scene of him reading Catcher in the Rye, and he gets to the end.
He's like, well, this shit stinks.
No, he gets to the end and he goes to New York and sees fuck on the wall, and that's it. Shout out to Zane for that one. And
Shout out to Zane.
He should close the book and just throw it off the cliff on the pile of the dead cats outside. And then Fuck, what should his nightly ritual be?
His nightly ritual is that he prays to the Lord Jesus Christ. He's like, Lord, thank you for this. Like, he's just eating, like, he ran out of food, so he's, like, picking up the kittens from the bottom of the cliff and puts a few of them, like, on a spit, and he's like, Dear Lord, thank you for this meal.
I still like the, well, that's depressing.
And he's like, I wonder if putting on the Infinity Gauntlet while jerking off will make it feel like someone else is doing it. And he's like, holy crap, it actually works.
Dude, that should be before the opening credits roll in. He should be laying in bed, he can't go to sleep, and he like puts on X videos or Pornhub.
And all of a sudden, like, it's just like,
go like Angela
I've
White.
been really trying, baby. And it's just him just like stroking.
He should make it like, how come she's not making any new videos? Oh yeah, she's dead. I killed her. And then she should like look over and just see like the Infinity Gauntlet. And there should be like that look where he had his eyebrow like goes
He
up.
like smirks a little bit. He's like, and he like slowly nods his head up and down,
like Jack Nicholson in Anger Management. And then he
Yeah.
like, and then the last scene before the movie starts, is he's under the bed.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Anger Management was an Adam Sandler movie too, wasn't it?
Yeah, not a very good one. It's okay.
I liked it.
Jack Nicholson's the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway, I'm sorry.
The last scene before the opening, Avengers Endgame, is you see the same shot of him whacking off and under the sheets, but you just see like the glow of the Infinity Gauntlet just going fucking ham, and then Avengers Endgame. How much of the theater will be gone by?
Oh my god! Like
all the 5-year-old, 8-year-old kids.
No,
are like,
no. You don't understand. That would be the greatest opening to any movie in the history of mankind.
No, it would be. Me, you, and Russ. Dude, if they did that, I would take back every complaint I've ever had on Marvel. I will be a full, like, Marvel...
They would never do that, unfortunately.
No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
You know what we should do?
What?
Oh, I got an idea. You know what we should do? We should, like, get someone... I have a couple friends who could do makeup. We should paint Zane's face purple and just film our own, like, Avengers. This is the actual opening of Avengers Endgame. And just film Zane doing a bunch of shit. I don't know if he'd want to do the whacking off thing, though, but...
Yeah, with the whole teaching aspect. I don't know if he'd want to... His students one day finding a picture of him in Thanos costume
with his like with face purple and everything,
with just porno music going on in the background, just like.
Okay, well, who would?
You wanna fit me? You wanna fit me? He's like, yeah, I wanna. Yeah, I wanna snap you. I wanna snap you.
It's like who would Thanos look up on porno? Like Angela White or some generic one.
Mia Khalifa.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mia Khalifa.
No, it was really funny. I remember like one time during dinner, my dad No. It wasn't like specifically sexual, but I remember like we were talking about something, and he like brought up Mia Khalifa, and I was like, "Oh, Mrs. McFake Tits," and he lost his shit. Yeah. He thought it was the funniest thing.
He does have fake tits.
Oh yeah, they're
like 99% of them do, anyways.
All right, dude. Do you think fake tits look good?
If they're not overly, like, if you go from before and then you see after and you go, dude, this looks like, you look like a cartoon, then no. But if it's like a tiny little bit, then yeah, but I don't understand, like, some of these girls who want to get, like, tit implants, but they have, like, a super tiny skinny body, and then they get these tits that are, like, 3 times, they're way too big for their body, and you go...
And like they have no ass, so it looks really weird.
Well, it's like, dude, it looks like that looks like it hurts to, like, walk around and everything.
It probably does, for all we know.
I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I remember, like, one time, I was just, like, meandering about, and I came across this one porn star who had, like, these huge zupes. And it was really jarring because, like, one of her nipples was, like, small and brown and, like, off to the side. And, like, one of them was, like, really big and pink and, like, up to the top of the other one. So it was, like, it doesn't even... Same, actually. I was just kind of looking at it. I was like, nope. And I clicked off.
Oh.
Ugh, pretty nasty.
I thought you were going to say something like one of her tits was, like, off, like one nipple's like this way and the other one's like facing this way.
Oh, like it was basically like that.
Like when someone has like a lazy eye.
Yeah. It's like, hey, are you paying attention to me? It's like, yeah. What are you making fun of my lazy eye?
It's like, yeah.
Are you making fun of my lazy zupe?
No. Zupe. We've yet to establish what a Zupe is.
What is a Zupe? Comment down below. And we'll not respond, because fuck you.
Ask the question in our question thing, what is a Zupe?
So we can answer Korn and Kock questions on the next episode of Korn and Kock.
Next time on Korn and Kock.
Next time on Korn and Kock. Dude, what the fuck? That's something one of us would say.
We should do something like that.
Okay.
Well, we should do previously on Korn and Kock.
Previous.
Thanos whacking off in his bed.
Oh, that'd be a cool segment.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be that's an idea. Anyway, what was I saying? I was gonna say, if Korn and Kock was a TV sitcom. Thanks for that, bud.
I wonder. Whatever.
I'm kidding.
Whatever.
I'm kidding.
You've done it way more.
Stone moved the earth with his fart.
Fart? Don't you mean my Zupes?
Yeah, Supes means fart.
I moved it with my Zupes.
Emperor Palpatine comes to visit Thanos. He's just like, "Hey, bud, how's it going?" He's like, "I don't know. It's pretty boring. I'm surprised you didn't die along with the rest of the half of the universe." He's like, "Sometimes you get lucky in your old age. So anyway, how's life?" He's like, "Yeah, pretty fucking boring. All my favorite sports teams are dead and or falling apart.
Except for the Patriots.
Except for the Patriots. Yeah."
He's like, well, actually, I think the Patriots are...
And he's like, before he can finish the sentence, he grabs him by the neck, fucking yeets him over the cliff.
With the dead cats.
And then Vader is just like... Nice.
No, I was going to say this before, but we should make some comment about how...
We still gotta make Vader and Palpatine.
When he's watching, like, Pornhub, and he finds Mia Khalifa, he's just like, thank God I didn't kill her. And then just, like, grabs the Infinity Stone Gauntlet or whatever.
Gauntlet.
Or whatever it's called.
Okay, so if we were to have a Korn and Kock sitcom in the style of, I don't know, say, like, maybe, like, Family Matters or Seinfeld, like... where would it take place? Like, what would happen in each episode?
It would have to take place in Phoenix.
Well, obviously.
And then we'd have to make references about how we hate Phoenix, but we don't want to leave because
fuck moving.
It's not that bad compared to, like, literally anywhere else in the country.
Yeah.
And it would just be like stupid bullshit that would normally not be a big deal. But basically anything that Russell tells us will be, just take what he said and just expand it into a half-hour plot, and then, you know, you're good.
So one day
at Harkins.
It was a late night and I was opening.
It was a late night. I was closing. It's Friday morning.
Okay, Russell has told us that he met a famous baseball player at Harkins.
Yeah,
and asked him to his face, "Are you a student?"
This guy looks like he's like, you can tell he's taller than you, he's bigger than you. It doesn't make any sense.
This man is like a walking grizzly bear.
Yeah, he is.
And he has the gall. He says he asked him. Like, after hearing his story, I'm with Stone, where, like, I don't believe it for a goddamn second.
It's too memey. It doesn't sound believable.
It's something Russell would totally fabricate to piss you off.
Yeah, or not just, like, piss me off, but, like, get a reaction on me. But it's like, dude, it's Fernando Rodney. I don't care about that. If you were to say, like, I'm just going to throw a name out here, but if you were to say, like, you know, Robbie Ray or Jake Lamb or something like that.
Jake Goat.
Or, yeah, Jake Goat. Then I might say something. But the way he said it, he had me going until he said, I asked him if he was a student. Like, Russell, you would not do that. You would not do that with any adult. Because you know it would get back and you would get in trouble for it.
Plus, they'd be like, yo, are you fucking retarded?
I know.
And it would hurt his self-esteem. Russell would... Yo, bro, you missing a few brain cells.
We're laughing at that because, like, you want to get a picture of him and put it up on the screen? The same picture I showed you.
Sure. Put it up on screen.
So I got up a picture and I showed it to Alex. He hadn't seen a picture, and I was like, and I threw my phone in his face, and I'm like, would you ask this man if he was a student? And it's like this huge, big, fat face of this big guy, and he goes, no, Russell, I don't believe you. And he's like, it happened. It totally happened. And I'm like, no, I don't. We don't believe it. You messed up. Had you not said, I asked him if he was a student, we would have believed it. but you added it, so you fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get started on that Vader Palpatine show.
We gotta start a pilot and like pitch it to Disney, and then when they inevitably deny it, we just send it to Adult Swim.
I really think that'd be a good idea.
Because technically, it falls under parody law, where it's like it's not it's like obviously a joke. It's not meant to like be a representation of the real characters.
It needs to have
Plus, like Robot Chicken does that shit all the time, so it's like
Family Guy too.
Yeah.
Plus, we need to do like really shitty animation, and the stories have to be complete bullshit. Like getting kicked out of a bowling league because they keep using the Force. Like Palpatine, his little bowling shorts and his clown shoes. They got like a dad shirt, and Vader's there with his fucking helmet on. There has to be something like, how can you still breathe if you have just your helmet and nothing else on? And it's like, there's no explanation.
And he's like, what?
What?
Oh, what? He's always super baked, so he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, that was me.
It was me.
Where'd our red money go?
Vader, are you on furaffinity.com?
Wait, what?
Furaffinity.com is like a fucking forum for furries. Could you imagine Darth Vader being like, I am one with the fur? And he like goes to a convention in a fursuit.
Oh, there has to be one where they go to Comic-Con. And everybody thinks they're fucking dressing up, but
they're in cosplay, but it's really them.
It's like, no, I'm actually fucking the Emperor.
And then they go, I'm actually fucking the Emperor. And then he goes to they go to like the lookalike contest. They go to like a Darth Vader Emperor Palpatine lookalike contest, and they lose.
They lose to some 8-year-old kid.
Oh boy,
man. That's a good idea. Good idea for a plot. It's gonna happen. We just need to get a couple $1 million together.
All right, everybody. If you want to send us money, send me money at sendmemoney.com /Korn and Kock podcast.
Send me money at sendmemoney69@gmail.com.
We're always looking for donations.
Or if you just want to give me money, that's cool too.
Yeah. We won't use it to better the podcast. We're just going to use it to buy food and fuck with the inhabitants of this poor town.
Like, how else are we going to improve this thing? Like, we already have moving graphics and pictures and shit. Like, what else can we do?
We could actually rent out a studio, but that'd be like too fancy.
We can be like Joe Rogan.
Yo, what up, Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan.
Did you hear what happened with Liam Neeson?
Joe, what?
Liam Neeson.
Did he get Me Too'd?
No, but oh my god, like, okay, you didn't hear about Liam Neeson?
No.
Okay, so basically what happened is
oh fuck, this is news to me.
yeah, if you're a Liam Neeson fan, sorry,
strap the fuck in.
yeah, it's square the
unless
fuck
you
up.
unless you already know what's up, in which
Square
case
the fuck up. So he was doing an interview for his new movie, and he told a story. Okay, this is literally it. A friend of his, a female friend of his, was raped, and he found out that it was a black guy who did it. And he said for about a week he went out with basically a bat or like a club and was waiting for any black guy to come up to him and give him trouble so he could kill him.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he says he feels sorry, he feels terrible that he did it, but nothing happened, and people are calling him a racist. And he says, I'm not racist, I would have done it with a white guy, a Latino, or anybody. And when I first read that, my first thought was, well, there goes Liam Neeson. I really liked him, I guess we're not going to see any more Liam Neeson movies.
Aww.
And then, yeah, and everybody even talked about it in the Joe Rogan, experience. But people calling him a racist, his movie's not doing great, and he's probably not going to get a lot of movie offers. And you think to yourself, dude, why would you tell that story?
Yeah.
Why? And they even said that, Joe Rogan even said that. He's like, do you think right before they went on, his friend was like, don't tell that story. But I want to be honest. He's like, no, don't tell that story. I'm not going to judge you, but, if you were to tell me that, I'd be like, what the fuck was going on through your head?
Seriously.
How upset do you think his agent or publicist was?
Oh, they were probably left before he was even done with the interview. They probably were like left their fucking badge at the door and were just like, fuck this, I'm going to work at Whataburger.
Whataburger. Yeah. So yeah, don't expect to see Liam Neeson in too many movies now.
Rip Liam Neeson. Can we put up a little graphic on screen? I'm just gonna put up like a dead squirrel and say like, no, I'm gonna put up a picture of another actor that looks nothing like him.
No, put up a picture of Thanos.
The picture of him going with like his eyes like super fucking like.
Dude,
Oh god.
I could have sworn I saw a picture of Thanos where he was going like this. He's like.
There's a lot of pictures of Thanos where he's doing things he didn't do in the movie, and it's fucking funny.
Let me ask you this. Remember when we saw Avengers, and then right after that we went and got food?
Yes.
And we went to McDonald's, and we went to that... What was that place?
Oregano's?
Oregano.
Oregano's.
Oregano's.
Oh, Oregano's.
And we went there. Can you explain how Thanos for like a week became the biggest meme in our group?
That's the only thing we talked about at that fucking table. We were just like, what if Thanos fucking went to the Burger King drive-thru and they didn't have the type of milkshake he wanted? Or what if he went to the laundromat and he was 1/4 too short? Or like he went to go pick up... He got like a rent check from his mom and like... And it was like a little doggy check with like a little heart next to his name. He's like, Mom! Mom! like right now, he was like picking it up with his girlfriend, so his girlfriend saw and she was like giggling. He was like, fuck.
No, but like, I don't know why Thanos doing normal shit became such a joke or a parody.
Because it's so funny, because like he's like this giant brute and like fucking murderer in the movie. He's like, destiny has arrived. Or should I say, I have. And then we're talking about him being like, you don't have the fucking cinnamon milkshake? Are you serious? It was on the menu when I drove up. He's just like, serious. He's like, sorry sir, we don't have that no longer. And it's like,
take it off the fucking menu.
I'm sorry, every Burger King I've gone to in Arizona has a Mexican guy working at the window.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Why does he live in Arizona?
I don't fucking know.
Where would Thanos live?
Thanos would live up in like... He'd live in Sedona. No, he'd live in Tucson. He'd live in Tucson.
No.
And like he'd come home to like his apartment getting robbed.
He just calls the police.
And he's like, you motherfucker! And he goes and pummels the shit out of him.
Like...
But like all they take is his fucking N64 and his copy of Donkey Kong Country.
His little bongo drums for that game.
Oh my god.
No, what if Thanos has like a normal job, like a normal 9-to-5 office job. He like wakes up. Like imagine Thanos in Office Space. Like he's sitting in traffic, trying to get to work.
Like rocking back and forth and shaking the fucking thing.
It's like it knocks on the door. It's like Thanos, can I see my office real quick?
Hey Thanos, what's happening? Listen, because you killed half the universe, so we lost half the workforce. We're gonna need you to stay on Sunday. Is that cool?
We're gonna need you to come on Sunday too.
Great. That's just great. If you can come in on Sunday too, that'd be great.
Yeah, Thanos has been having some problems with his TPS reports. Imagine like that. Remember that scene where they're reviewing and interviewing everybody? Imagine like a sheet of paper with Thanos' picture.
And then they like lower it, like it's focused on the piece of paper, the camera, and then it lowers and shows Thanos sitting there like blowing a like bubble gum. He's like, it's like, so Thanos, it says here you failed to file your TPS reports, but you're quite punctual and you killed half the universe. He's like, yeah.
What do you do around here, Thanos?
He's like, I don't know, just work.
No, like, oh my god, just imagine putting Thanos in like normal situations or putting him in like movies, like When Harry Met Sally or
putting him in Harry Potter.
Who would he play in Harry Potter?
He'd play Hagrid. They'd be like, Hagrid, Hagrid, we need to find Professor. We have to. Hagrid, we need to find Professor McGonagall. She's gone missing. And he's just like, what? Like he's on his he's on his phone, like playing fucking Candy Crush. He's like, oh, what? They're like, Hagrid, please, we must hurry. And he's like, fuck you. And he has the three-headed dog. And he's like walking it around Hogwarts. And it's just like eating kids. And he's like, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Like at the beginning of the first movie where he comes to visit Harry, like in his family at like the lighthouse, and he like kicks down the door and he's like, sup bitches. I'm here to balance y'all motherfuckers. Oh shit. And it's like, what's your name, good son? He's like, Thanos, but you can call me Big Purple. You should. I don't think Stone's ever laughed this hard in the podcast before. Hagrid! Oh shit!
Dude.
Oh fuck!
My chest hurts.
Oh, that's how you know. That's
Oh
how
my
you
God.
know. Oh, that's how you know you're having a good time.
What
When
the-
when you're laughing so hard it hurts.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck!
How did...
How are we gonna follow that up? Oh jeez.
Hey. Jeez. Thanos is Hagrid. That's probably, without a doubt, I didn't know that was what I wanted to see in a movie. But now I know. No, but just imagine all the Harry Potter movies just replace Hagrid with Thanos. Like, remember in the second movie where they go to his house and he's like, follow the spiders.
Follow the spiders.
It's like, Thanos, we need to find so-and-so, what do we do? It's like, I don't fucking know, why don't you just go in the woods? What do we do? Follow the big fucking spider. Follow the little spider, then you get to the big fucking spider. Do what you want.
Like he's.
Will you help us? Fuck that.
Fuck that. Goes right back to playing fucking Snake on his phone, the Snake game.
No, he has to be playing like...
Oh no, he's got to be playing Angry Birds Rio.
No, he has to be playing Red Dead Redemption 2 or something.
And he's like trying to like do like a bank heist, and he's like, I'm busy.
Yeah, it's like... It's like...
And this PlayStation controller runs out of battery, and he's like, no!
No, it's like, they come in... Hagrid, we need to talk to you. It's just like, not now, I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2. It's like, we need... McConaughey's gone, we gotta find her. It's like, who's gone? Oh, fuck, I died! This better be fucking
This
good.
better be good. I lost a lot of honor. Oh, man.
Oh, fuck, man. What else, like...
Hey, welcome back to Game Grumps. Hey, we've got our special guest here, Thanos. Sup?
Oh my god.
Welcome back to... Hi, welcome to another installment of Rage Quit. I'm your host, Thanos.
Or like a Jurassic Park. Thanos can be the old guy with the cane. Who spent no expense.
I made the dinosaurs. They're pretty fucking cool, right?
It's like,
You
it's like,
create...
how did you do this? Science. What the fuck else do you think we did?
He's like, I control reality. And also the cable TV.
Watch this shit. Click. Oh! Thanos in Click.
Oh, fuck. Who would he be? Would he be the Angel of Death?
No, he'd be... No. Chris Walken's gotta be the Angel of Death. He'd be Adam Sandler.
Okay, so he's like, hi, honey, I'm home. And, like, his wife, like, only comes up to his dick. And is, like, only the size of one of his legs because he's fucking ginormous. He's like, hi, honey. Accidentally steps on her like a bug. And it's like, whoops, guess we have to make another.
Well, that's depressing.
Well, that's depressing.
Like, remember the scene where he, like, speeds through sex, and you just see the shadow of him, like, humping for, like, 5 seconds?
Aww.
It's like, imagine
That's-
Thanos doing.
But instead of sex, it's more of, like, domination.
No, that's just murder.
Oh,
There's no way
Jesus.
Kate Beckinsale without, like... Oh my god. Why am I thinking about Kate Beckinsale and Thanos having sex?
No, that's a good note to that's a good like shower thought.
No, that's a good thing to think of when you're trying to whack it at the end of the night when you're trying to go to bed. You're gonna be like, why did Kock put that image in my head of Kate Beckinsale fucking Thanos?
Thanks a lot, Kock of Korn and Kock fame.
Got you. Hey, if it means anything, I literally almost died like 5 minutes ago. I could not fucking breathe.
That was real good.
Oh fuck yeah! I don't think we can top
I don't think we can top fucking
Thanos.
Hagrid.
We need to find McGonagall.
We have to find Professor McGonagall.
That's the cat lady, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh.
she's like the old cunt who
You know-
like with the jowls.
You know, it'd be a little bit better than Hagrid if he was Dumbledore.
They're sitting at the grand feast, and he's just like, "You will now be sorted into your groups: Avengers,
X-Men.
X-Men, Earth Defenders, and Fantastic Four. Even though there's more than 4 of you."
Imagine Thanos. Just like all the Harry Potter and Dumbledore scenes, like in the second one, he like walks over to Dumbledore's office and talks to him. Just imagine that, but with Thanos. Huge, like Thanos be like, "What do you want, Harry? Can't you stay out of trouble for like more than a
It's like,
minute?"
God's sake, Harry, you fucking failure! No wonder your parents died.
It's like, can't you just come to school? Why don't I have no other students come in my office more than you do?
Oh boy.
I don't know what time it is. What? Oh yeah. Let's do that.
Alright, well, there's not much more that we can top to that. We gotta save some of our funnies for the next episode.
Yeah, I definitely gotta hear.
This back.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Anyway.
That was probably like the hardest I've ever laughed on the podcast for sure. But that's the hardest I've laughed in a long while. Oh, shit.
Well, I'm glad I could be here to make you laugh, buddy.
All right, one more quick thing.
All right.
Just imagine Thanos at like a System of a Down concert, like in the
He's
pit.
like, whoa!
Like, what would,
Surge, do the thing! And Surge is like waggling his finger. He's like, ah!
what would be better if he was like in the back where our seats were, like on the second deck?
He's
going,
like taking up
"Yeah!"
like 3 seats because he's so big.
Or Thanos in the circle pit. You just see this big purple thing.
And he's just like running around. He's like knocking people over, crunching them beneath his feet.
Or Thanos at like the Metallica show at
Oh my
the
gosh.
fucking Cardinal Stadium. If Thanos was a music fan, who would he be a fan of?
He'd definitely be a fan of 3 Doors Down.
No, it has to be like some bullshit like alternative rock band.
Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, Breaking Benjamin or fucking Linkin Park. Or like Cher, like you said.
He's one of those people that actually cried when Chester Bennington died.
Or it has to be his favorite band has to be like ABBA or the Bee Gees.
ABBA.
Or some really like, oh my god, how is that your favorite? Or Steely Dan.
Oh God, Steely Dan.
And he has to be like, Michael Jackson is better than Prince. He has to be on Team Michael Jackson.
He's like on Team Edward. He saw all of the Twilight movies, but he doesn't want anybody to know about it.
Yeah, he like hides the books in his drawer.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, well.
Oh my gosh. Wait,
Oh, fuck.
wait.
What?
I'm trying to remember. I think it was Zane who told me that he had a friend in high school who was the son of the lady who wrote 50 Shades of Grey.
E.L. Gray? What was her name? E.L. something.
Something. But yeah, I remember. I don't think it was Twilight. There's no fucking way it was Twilight. Because I know that it was like. Because I know that 50 Shades of Grey is like the fucking fan fiction version of Twilight.
Yeah, it is.
Without vampires and werewolves. But like.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, I think it was. And I remember Zane telling us just like. He was like. He always had like bodyguards with him because they knew like if people found out that his mom wrote 50 Shades of Grey, they'd like fucking. They'd wail on him.
Wow.
Oh man.
That's what always got me when that book came out, is like when it came out, every single girl was reading it. And they used to girls would like play this game where they would give the book to any guy and just see how much he could read before he just was like, and gave the book back. I lasted maybe 2 paragraphs and I stopped, because it's like, dude, I'd rather watch porn than read it.
Seriously.
But here's the thing: women will deny they don't want to read. They don't read porn. It's like, yeah, you do, and you watch porn too. Okay, is this like a shocking truth? Women masturbate. They watch porn. They read it. It's out there, but they still like deny it. Like they deny the friend zone is a thing. Women denying the friend zone isn't real was like the U.S. government not acknowledging Area 51. We all knew it was a thing. It's right there.
It's right there.
We can't go past a certain line without, the Men in Black showing up and kicking us out. Oh, it's not.
No, they shoot you on sight. You get past a certain point, there's like no warning. You just get a bullet in the head.
Did you hear there's this guy on, I think there's a YouTube video, supposedly. There's this guy who, I don't know how he did it. He camouflaged himself, so he looked like the dirt on the ground.
Oh, shit.
And he crawled like this. He would have to move like this.
Yeah.
So barely. And there's a video, he had like a GoPro camera on. He did it for like over a day of just crawling like this. And then out of nowhere, you just hear a guy going, "Excuse me, sir, what are you doing?" He got caught. And he's like on the ground, like crawling. And he looks up and he's like, "Oh, hello."
Oh, hey, what's
Hi.
up?
What's up? And he's like, "Sir, get up off the ground. What are you doing?" Like, can you imagine like doing that? Look, if that's what it took for me to find out what's going on in Area 51, and there's nothing going on in Area 51, it's just a military base, okay? The only reason people give a shit is because it's called Area 51. If it was called Area 24, no, not 24. If it was called Area 17, no one would give a shit.
Really, honestly.
51 is like the most menacing number. Okay, it's the most mysterious number. But if it was called like Area 67, it's like, who fucking cares about that?
Area 412. Anyway.
But, yeah. If you've learned anything from our ranting tonight, just remember, women masturbate, they watch porn, and they read porn. Alright, good night.
Is that it?
Yeah. That's, like I said, I think we topped out with fucking Hagrid, or Thanos is Hagrid. That's, oh my god. Or Hagrid is Guy Fieri.
Oh my. Now this is happening.
Going to a different fucking restaurant. Thanos is this huge big thing talking to like a little tiny white guy.
He's like, yeah, so first we braise the meat with some butter and some barbecue sauce. He's like, that's cash money.
Here, can I try that? Breaks through the whole thing. Say,
oh, sorry.
It's okay, we'll prepare the meal, Thanos. Just don't touch it. You're gonna break everything.
Don't touch anything. Anyway, so Stone doesn't have his notebook, so we can't do Korn and Kock Rewind this time.
I don't know where it is.
But,
I'm wearing a San Diego Padres hat, if anyone is curious. Oh, by the way, did you hear about the Padres?
aren't they trading somebody?
No, they signed a free agent. 10 years, $300 million.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do the math. $30 million a year for 10 years.
That's insane.
That's unbelievable. Not really the 30 million part, but 10 years.
What the fuck, dude? And they're just playing ball.
Yeah, they're playing a kid's game. They're literally playing a kid's game.
Alright, kids, if you've learned anything from our ranting and raving tonight, besides that women masturbate and look at porn.
And read porn.
Play baseball. You'll get paid for a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, you'll get paid to strike out looking. You go up and stand there with a wooden, piece of a tree, and you just watch pitches, and then you walk back to the dugout. $30 million a year. Yeah, seems right.
Either way, this has been Korn.
I'm Kock.
And thank you for joining us for the very special 30th 2019 debut of Korn and Kock.
We didn't talk about my whole alcohol thing.
Oh,
but we'll get to that the next time.
Sorry.
Nothing major happened. I haven't been drunk or whatever, but I do have a couple of interesting things to say about alcohol.
All right, so that's incentive for you to stay tuned for the next episode
of Weight Loss Pizza and Hot Wheels Part 2, the Lost in New York.
Electric Boogaloo. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a good one. Goodbye. I fart.